Please welcome your 2026 Philadelphia Eagles.
On the Cardinals sideline, Jonathan Gannon, the defensive coordinator here in Philadelphia for a couple of years before taking the Arizona job. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Eagles. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back at it. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Strong comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They're led out by the man from the University of Arkansas, their rookie quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's complete. Calvin Austin. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
That's good. Cardinals first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Third, they need 8.
It's third down.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You look back on the game prior to the bye week, Mike, and I think that win is critical. Nobody wants to go into the bye week off of a loss.
First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And he is going to score a pick-6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he's going to be taken down on the other side at the 50-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for an Eagles first down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
That's complete. It is Foster Moreau. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out. The Cardinals have got it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble, and all of a sudden the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
There's Jonathan Gannon, the head man for the Cardinals. His guys heading back onto the field. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The throw here is complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 8.
On the ground, it's Benson. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and goal, Arizona.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one caught at the
81.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back, looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Philadelphia.
First down. 1st and 10 2-yard line.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and that's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. He'll step up and run this. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he is out of bounds.
Eagles, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
He'll try zone read on first and goal. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Short pass caught by Moreau. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Now comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Second and 10.
Incomplete. It moves to second and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. From the 42-yard line, here's second and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll go with the sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They'll come up here, first and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun, That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Third down and 3 yards to go.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15 yards through the air. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is second TD catch of the season.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But like the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Ball level at 10 as this one's kicked off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cardinals offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll look underneath here. Benson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
And the Cardinal first down.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
This one grabbed by Austin. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Cardinals first down. It's a gain of 10.
They'll look to throw yet again. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. That's taken in by the running back, Benson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 14.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts third and 14.
First down, Cardinals.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll work this out wide to Benson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Benson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. He'll throw. Quick throw here is complete.
Second down.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. And
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Arizona. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Lutz for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cardinals go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Eagles 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop.
32-yard line.
Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Brings up third down and 6 yards to go.
He'll try to get there on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
10 at the 46-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
They'll look to throw. Right side, he's got Moreau. What can they do here on third down and 7?
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got a man. That's complete. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for an Eagles first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
A handoff. They try to run it here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 30-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime.
Brings up second and
We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
a gain of 6. Brings up
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. This one is caught by Moreau. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. on 3rd and long. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, like, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Cards offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Cards going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cardinals going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on their former division mates, the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Ashton Genty. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Raiders close out the first half of the season with a victory as they move to 6-3 on the year. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Now, faking the give. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This one complete right side. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll turn and hand this one off. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To the right side here, pass is caught, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
At the 45-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Quick throw, taken in. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 6. That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now running left, here's a jet sweep. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
He gets this to Moreau, left side. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. Look wide. Get this one complete.
The screen pass.
From the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
7. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 2.
Now a handoff, but tight end in the running game. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll take it on in. Buster Moreau. Touchdown, Eagles. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A give. Here's Benson. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Cardinals, first down.
They'll go again with Benson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They do indeed snap as they'll try and throw. And he's going to have a hard 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
1st down, Arizona.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
Cardinals, first down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Cardinals.
Back to throw. He takes off. And he'll give himself up here. It's a gain of 5 on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Now give up the middle. It's Benson. Iomatic only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Sidney Brown, the safety, bursting through there to record the sack.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This from 40 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground and pick up 3 or maybe 4. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Backfield empty. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. First and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. And the Cardinals.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off he goes. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 3, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson getting ready for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around. They've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, it's Benson. And this will be a Cardinals 1st down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cardinals 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Cardinals 1st down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing right sideline and complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And not wanting to take on any contact, he's going to slide to a stop. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
Arizona.
He'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for Cardinals. 1st down.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one grabbed by Austin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They're called in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. his 6th touchdown now for the season.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Cardinals go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. He'll step up and run, and he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight, and it's second down. We'll try the jet sweep to the left, and this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Number 10.
Second and 6 coming up.
Second and 6. At the 23-yard line.
He'll step up and run this. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
First down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. They'll run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Austin now to return this. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. There's Jonathan Gannon, the head man for the Cardinals. His guys heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
Well, now the big fella inside's getting involved in the pass rush, Mike, and so many of these interior defensive linemen are known for their run defense. Well, Not this guy. He wins on the inside quick, and he's able to bring the quarterback down for the sack.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Quick throw here is complete. They'll come up now for second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And it's third down.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He'll get up and stop it here. The spike comes with 19 seconds to go. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down.
And 10 yards to go.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Here it is, 4th down and 10. Picked up by the Eagles. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and a great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him, okay? We're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball and will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.